tolerance is an essential aspect of life. We must be tolerant even in adverse situations. Tolerance enhances our skills. A tolerant person becomes illumined. Any person or nation devoid of tolerance is destroyed. A tolerant person treats victory and defeat alike, and accepts them with equanimity. Only a tolerant person can reach the depths of his heart. Truth reveals itself only to a tolerant person.
Anger is another name for desire. A desireless person is always sorrowless. Only a sorrowless person is a true enjoyer of bliss. Anger resembles fire. It burns the body as well as the mind, and subjects us to physical and mental ill health. Only their mind attains the form of self, who do not get angry despite having a reason for being angry.
Sin is the root cause of fear. No one can transcend fear until and unless they become sinless. Fear chases the man as long as he identifies with a body, family, caste, and religion. The state of fearlessness is not possible until and unless truth is experienced. Fear is the attribute of jiva. Self is fearless. You have the experience of the body, which is finite. You also have the experience of the mind, which is also finite. The self exists within you, which is infinite. However, you don't have the experience of it. When you experience self, you attain a state of fearlessness. Forgetting your very nature and considering yourselves to be a body, as long as you roam around your mind and senses, fear is inevitable. Death, as well as rebirth, is unavoidable as long as fear exists. Fear resembles the disease of indigestion. You may eat any amount of food, but you cannot digest it the same way while suffering from indigestion. Similarly, even if you possess any good qualities, they will not be fruitful, and thereby, you will not attain self-knowledge as long as you have fear. As long as you keep fearing, you will get distanced from God.
Softness is essential for attaining self-knowledge. One who is devoid of softness cannot become a sage. Softness brings uniqueness to life. It enhances our heart's depths, knocks on our heart's doors, cools down our minds, helps establish peace and power within society, and increases understanding between two people. A soft person turns out to be Shiva and Shuka.
Our love towards God is devotion. Our love towards the inferiors is called compassion. Compassion is a divine quality. Compassionate hearts are the residence of God. Only they are blessed who are compassionate. Compassion awakens the dormant love hidden within the heart. God showers His compassion upon you if you are compassionate towards your fellow beings.
If you donate without pomp and show, without any expectation, and with a pure mind, your sins and flaws will be reduced, your thinking faculty will be purified, and God's grace will shower upon you. If you donate only to attain honor, you will not progress in life and achieve the darker worlds after death.
Truth put into practice becomes righteousness. Knowledge is not separate from righteousness. There is no righteousness apart from knowledge. Man should never give up the path of righteousness. Whoever does so can never become wise. A society devoid of righteousness will inevitably forego its happiness. Only the one who treads the path of righteousness gets the path to transcend Maya or delusion.
A person with a wavering mind cannot concentrate. One with a wavering mind cannot become Madhava. Even gods were cursed in the past due to their wavering. We should not do any unwarranted things with the mind or the senses. One can attain the unwavering mind only when the senses and mind are conquered.
Offering a banana to God's photo does not indicate sacrifice. Offer your ego to God. Only then does it become a sacrifice. If you can give up the fruit of your task for the sake of society, it is a sacrifice in a true sense. Sacrifice begets purity of mind. One who regulates the amusement of the senses is a true tyagi. A tyagi is ever immersed in eternal bliss. One who is not a tyagi cannot forego his enjoyments, cannot attain self-knowledge, and therefore cannot become a yogi.
An uneducated man can neither prosper nor progress. All the corners of the mind are blossomed only for an educated man. Only education alone can earn us food, devotion, and salvation. Education alone wipes out all the layers of ignorance and bestows us with resplendence. The education that releases us from ignorance is only true education. It is only the self-related science. It is only the kingly science. Self-related eternal bliss can be experienced only with such education.
Everyone is afraid of solitude. We all came onto this earth alone and must depart from this world alone. You become aware of your weaknesses only in solitude. First, know your weaknesses. Don't get frightened by them. However burdensome your weakness might be, it can be extinguished with the help of your effort, holy company, and Guru's grace. The thinking and meditative power progress from the day you start leading a secluded life. As fasting is necessary for the physical health, solitude is essential for the mental health.
Kalpavruksha, the wish-fulfilling tree, and Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow, grant us only what we desire, but the holy company bestows us with even what we don't desire. If we take the shelter of holy people, and follow them, our heart gets ripened. You can achieve everything in this world through holy company. The world-famous scientist Einstein said, if required, travel to the very borders of the world to attain holy company. Tears roll down from our eyes if there is pain in any portion of the body. Similarly, the heart of a holy man is subject to distress when there is hardship in any portion of society.
True friendship, which always desires our welfare, makes sacrifices. How many people want the welfare of their fellow beings in a society where selfishness has become the sole motive? When a cow is left in a green field, the green field gets wholly ruined. Similarly, if you befriend a bad company, they will ensure that all your good qualities are lost and that you are habituated to bad qualities. All the water looks alike. Still, only certain water is useful for drinking. Similarly, all people look alike. Still, befriend only particular people. Association with worldly people will thicken your mind, and separation from them will reform it. Sri Madhvacharya said, suppose you face a tiger while being chased by a wicked man. It is better to become a prey to the tiger than being a victim of the wicked man. If you become prey to the tiger, you will only lose your body. However, if you become a victim of the wicked man, you will become habituated to bad habits, leading to several menial births. Enmity with a good man is much better than friendship with a wicked man.
We must eat to live but not live to eat. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna prescribed moderate food. He asked us to eat whatever suits us the best. Sri Ramana said, Eat moderately only that which is beneficial for you. The food that we eat affects our minds to a certain extent. If we eat sattvic food, it enhances our sattva. Our sattva shows us the path towards the truth. If we are careful in our food habits, our thinking faculty blossoms.
Our very nature is Brahman only. Constant abidance in Brahman is called brahmacharya. Mere regulation of the external senses does not indicate brahmacharya. Self is not revealed by controlling the external senses alone. Marriage is not an obstacle to attaining self-realization. Don't fear that the truth will not be revealed if you get married. Don't get into such delusions. Even the relationship between a man and a woman is also a thought. By constantly contemplating the self, all the other thoughts, along with this thought, will get dropped. Thoughts only obstruct our resolute state. Our elders classified our life into 4 stages: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa, so that our life blossoms evenly.
Valmiki mentioned in Ramayana, God has put the entire delusion in the form of money. Man needs money. However, self-knowledge cannot be attained through money. You cannot purchase self-knowledge by using money. Man creates the money but not the truth. You can enjoy pleasures using money but cannot earn peace through it. Peace exists in the self alone. The pleasures attained through money are temporary and hinder spiritual progress. If it is possible for money to liberate us, all the rich people in this world should have been liberated much before us. But has any rich man been liberated to date? No. It does not indicate that money has no value. If your donation is sattvic, the flaws within your mind are eradicated, and you are purified. Don't ever regret doubting that the money you spent for the good will go to waste. It accompanies you to the next birth and brings you a higher birth. You must learn to control money. If you are unable to do so, you will get equally depressed in future births as much as you are elated now. Quality or attribute is superior to money. None can purchase quality or attribute with money.
Your body, world, God, and mind do not exist in a deep sleep. You are unaware of the happiness in deep sleep while fast asleep. You become aware of it only when you wake up. If you can experience the joy of deep sleep in your waking state, you will experience the bliss. It is only called liberation. Though your relationship with your body and world vanishes in the deep sleep, you are not afraid of sleep, but you are scared of death. Why is it so? After waking up from sleep, you can see your body, family, wealth, and world. This is something which is in your experience. Therefore, you are not afraid of sleep. Even death resembles a prolonged sleep. Even death is a thought. That which brings about change is death. If the body expires, you only get a new body and surroundings. Everyone is afraid of the burial ground. But even the burial ground resembles our mother. The burial ground preserves the body that originates from a mother after its death. When the body, which is made up of 5 elements, is burnt in the burial ground, the 5 elements get separated from the body and merge back into the respective 5 elements. If dreams represent our short lives, the life in the waking state represents our long life. It is the subtle body that experiences the dream, whereas it is the gross body that experiences the current life. This is only the difference.
You are not born when your body is born, and you are not dead when your body dies. You are born only when the I thought is born. You are dead only when the I thought merges with its source or the heart. The birth of ego is the actual birth, and the death of ego is the actual death. Therefore, the birth of the body does not represent the true birth, and the death of the body does not represent the true death. Since several births, the ego has been roaming externally. Trying to introvert the mind and search for its source constitutes true spiritual life. Rather than traveling miles and miles externally, travel internally at least an inch into the heart. You will then understand the glory of the self. We may put our egos to sleep by worshipping idols and chanting mantras, but we cannot get rid of them. Self is revealed only when you place your entire power and tact in looking at the source of ego.
Religion is the creation of the mind. This world consists of not only Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and Buddhism, but a separate religion exists for every head. Humanity is being subject to more harm than benefit in the name of religion. Your religion is irrelevant if you are getting intoxicated by it. The very purpose of religion is to enhance your wisdom but not to intoxicate you, and thereby enslave and loot you. Only that can be called a religion, which shows the path toward the self, and reforms the mind. Self existed even before the religions emerged. The religions took birth only to show us the path towards self. A religion that does not strive to benefit the entire world cannot be called a religion. You can adore your religion and God. There is nothing wrong with it. But you should not hate the religion or God of your fellow beings. There is no other religion, nation, or God greater than truth.
Man is a social being. Society is a congregation of people. Society gets reformed only when people are reformed. Society becomes reformed only when a man sacrifices his selfishness. A selfish man is devoid of selflessness. Only a person who lives for the sake of others can be called a Mahatma. If one sacrifices his laziness and offers the result of his actions to society, only that constitutes true worship. The one existing in the form of Nara is Narayana only. Serving man is equivalent to serving God.